Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Let me just make sure I am live. Gonna be checking these things here. Everyone, let me just make sure I am live. Again, this is the part where it gets a little bit, it gets a little bit, it gets a little bit tricky just to make sure that I am live on my Facebook, page. I think I am. So again, I apologize. It seems like always at the very beginning, I'm always trying to check if I am live or not, but it seems like I am. So anyway, just let me know where you are watching me from. That's always very interesting. And anyway, so today I'm going to be sharing with you 3 birthday cards using the Sand and Sea suite from Stampin' Up. And this is the one that has the beautiful designer series paper. And oh my gosh, my lighting today is not the greatest. When I flip the camera, I'll show you everything. I'll put the lighting that goes on my table, that will be better. But it also has this stamp set, which is really nice. I definitely love all the different images, and I definitely love the sentiments on this set. I'm not really a beach person. However, this suite has been really, really nice. There's also a really cool, I should go this way, die that goes with this. So this is a bundle, and as always, when you purchase this together, you save 10%. But anyway, this is a great die set because it kind of gives you the landscape in a way, right, as you can see, but it also coordinates with an embossing folder. And of course, I don't even know what I did. Oh, here it is, and the embossing folder. Oh, here. And so it coordinates really nice. And so you're going to see how I'm going to be using it today because I'm very excited. But before we start, I definitely want to make sure you cannot hear. Let me see. Oh my gosh. You can hear everyone. See, can you hear me? Can you confirm if you can hear me? I hate when these things happen because I don't know if you can hear me. Hold on. I think you can because I'm hearing myself. If I turn on my cell phone, I think you can. So please confirm. Anyway, I can hear. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, for a second I saw someone saying you couldn't hear, and oh my goodness, that always is gonna freak me out. But good deal. Okay, especially because I just keep going and going and going, and then I don't even know if you heard. But anyway, so like I was saying, we're gonna be using that one, and really beautiful suite, and so definitely want to be using it today. Also, there is the little opal here, the little opals, and I don't know that you can see, but they are really, really nice. They kind of have a little bit of a shiny to it. I don't know how to say that, but it's kind of one of those that looks in between green and purplish. Everything is clear, but it kind of gives you that kind of a glitter look that it looks very great. So anyway, so let me start flipping. Oh, and before I forget, so Stampin' Up just released the retiring list. And so definitely everything is while supply lasts. Of course, everything that is on the in colors retiring this year, of course, they are in that list. And so lots of beautiful things are on a while supply list last. And so definitely go ahead, check my store. And I put a link this time in this description of this video so that you can go and see my store. But definitely lots of things retiring. One of the things that I am the most sad about, and I cannot believe it, is the stitches framelits. As you know, I use these ones all the time. I cannot believe they are retiring, and mainly because it has the circles, the squares, the ovals. And so to me, this has been one of those sets that I've always used. So definitely there is still time for you to get them. make sure you grab them if you don't have them. To me, that's kind of like a staples. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I do know that the layering circles are still available on the new catalog, but I honestly love that stitch mark that the stitch shade framelits have. So anyway, so that's the one that I am most concerned for my side, just because I just love them. But apart from that, there's different other things that I definitely like and it's retiring. So definitely go ahead, check it out, because yeah, you're gonna see that there's things that you might want to grab. There's also other items that are at a discount, and so a few of those things are at a 75%, like the sweet, I wouldn't say not the sweet, but the die set that has the whirl, that set is at 75%. So definitely grab it while it's still there. I don't know if it's still available, because again, everything is on while supplied lasts. So by all means, just go ahead and check it out. So I just want to make sure I mentioned that. And the last thing I'm going to say is that next week, I'm going to release my new card class. And so that one is the one that features the paper blooms. Now, this is using the designer series paper that was available during celebration. So I only have a limited amount of kits that I can send. The PDF will be available on Monday, but I'm going to show you here real quick the cards from that for that card class. And so that one will be, registration opens next Monday. And so definitely, if you're interested in taking this class, definitely make sure you're on the mailing list, because I can only mail you the link for registration if you want to have that, the card class kit. And again, I'm going to be having a limited amount because it is with that design series paper that is no longer available. So if you want to have that class, make sure you're on that mailing list. And I have also put in the description of this video the link to join my mailing list so that you can get all that information. So let me start flipping the camera. So here we go. Whoa. All right, so, and I'm going to be putting a little bit of lighting here. I think that's much better. And so let me just show you real quick how it looks, because I know that it was kind of weird the way I was showing it. But like I mentioned, this is the Friends Are Like Seashells bundle. And like I said, the sentiments are the ones that I love the most. And I'm going to be using mainly the happy birthday, because I want to do birthday cards with this one. So like this one that says happy birthday to my beautiful friend, and also the wishing you the very best. So I think those will go really well. And like I said, I'm also going to be using the seashells mainly because I want to show you how these two coordinate really nice. And I don't know if you can now see better. See what I mean? It kind of has that little bit of a purple greenish, I don't know, glimmer on the pearls, I want to say, but they look really, really, really nice. So let me just get started here. And the one thing I'm going to be showing you first is I'm going to be using, hi everyone. I'm going to be using the So Saffron Blushing Bright as well as the Seaside Spray, mainly because those are the colors that I have on the design series paper. And you know that I always, opal, that, oh, I didn't know that opal, that's what it means. Huh, how about that? And that's the name of the thing, right? This is the opal round. So thank you, Dawn. I didn't even know that. You do know that I'm not from, like, English is not my first language. And so some words I don't even know. So anyway, so thank you. So anyway, but the colors, I always get them from my designer series paper. That's the easiest way for me to figure out what colors to be using. And so definitely at the back of your designer series paper, you always find out what it is. Also on the catalog, nowadays, they also put a little chart where you can see what colors are included here. So that's how I come up with color combinations. And so it's not going to be different for today. The only thing I would say is that I end up using a little bit of the Pure Pisces, mainly because I wanted to use also the soap sea foam for one of the cards. So, and I'll show you there, but mainly I try to use the colors from the designer series paper. So for my first, or before I say that, for my first thing, I want to share with you how we're going to be using or making the embellishments, because that's the other thing that I tend to do a lot. I like to make embellishments, and then I come up with the card, mainly because you can do this part on one day, and then the next day you just come to your room, and then you have plenty of embellishments to play with different sketches so that you can make even more cards. So when I do that, I usually just play with the ink and the stamp set, and then come up with those embellishments. So I want to be using the shells from this stamp set. So let's just go ahead and do a few of them. Oh my gosh, yeah, here. I'm like, where is the, and because this is a photopolymer, I do have, I do like to use my pierce mat. That way I get a better transfer of the image. But let me just, and let's just see. So I like that one with the blushing bright, as you're gonna see here. Then I'm gonna be using, I can be changing colors as well, right? So for instance, I'm gonna be making this large one in the So Saffron. And maybe I try to use that space here. Okay. And then I'm gonna be making, and again, you can be making multiples of these, which that's what I would recommend. So just go ahead and make several of these. But I just wanted to show you how I go with these ones, because you're gonna see how beautiful this goes. So let me just put all of this here for a second. Then once I have it, and of course, come live, and then I didn't have all my stuff out. So here it is. Somewhere here is the, yeah, the glue. All right, so once I have that, before I cut them, I cut them. I'm just gonna cut the layout, because one thing that you're gonna find out is that the dies really cut out like the whole, I'm gonna show you here. So the dies, you could probably use the die, but you're gonna see that not everything is cut out, because it's linked to the whole background, because this die is more like a background. And so you can see that not all the images, right, can be cut out that way. So for this, but the one thing that it does happen is that you can emboss the images with embossing folder, which is what I want to show you right now, and then cut them out. So that's what I wanted to show you. Now, again, I won't be using this one to cut them out, because not everything, and I don't know if you can really see that, but let me just put it here real quick. So you can see here, there are areas where there's not a cutting area. So you will have to trim it, or like in this case, this little curve will not do it. It cuts a lot of it, same here. You can see that it doesn't cut out because it's linked to that side. And so again, you're gonna end up fussy cutting some of that. So instead of using that, I'm just gonna be fussy cutting the whole thing, right? So let me just bring now the machine. And I know I'm taking a little bit longer for this section, but I think I really wanted to explain that part, because I'll be honest, when I got this set, that was something that I have not realized until I played with it. So let me just bring the cut embossing machine. And so now this thing though, you want to line up one by one, right? I think I found that was better for me. And so you can see the image here. You just line it up. Let me just get out of the camera a little bit here so that I can see. Am I doing this right? Yep. No, I'm doing this incorrectly. I'm like, what is this? Not, yeah, here we go. There we go. So I'm gonna put this one first, and then run it through. And then once you have it out, look at how beautiful this looks. It has a lot of dimension, and so it just looks fantastic. Like, to me, this is like a wow factor at this point. The next one will be this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and again, line it up. You can line up very easy. As you can see here, I'm just trying to look at the lines. There we go. And then I'm gonna get back. And so the same thing here. See how beautiful it looks? Look at how much dimension it gives to this piece. So definitely, I love that a lot from this suite. Definitely that was to me like a wow factor. And then the last one, I'm just gonna line up this one. All right, and let me just show you this last one. Oh my gosh, this one moved out. So this one has to be repeated. I don't know if I can repeat it. It moved out as I don't know what I did wrong here. Let me just put it back. See if this can be fixed. I think it should be fixed, right? I don't see why not. So be careful when you're putting your plate down because it could shift and then you have something else. So let's see this. There you go. Much better. See that? So you get that the embossing and the dimension on those. So once you have those pieces, let me just bring this one out. Oh, and the same thing is true. Let me just show you one more before so the same is true. And maybe I should cut out this one so that you can see it. So I don't know if I have enough of this. So pretend this is enough. I don't know that I have a long enough piece, but for this, I'm going to be using the So Seafoam. And again, this is just a little piece. I don't think I have enough, so I'm just going to go with this right now so that I can show you. I have already cut out the one that I'm going to be using. So, but I do want to show you how this one would work. So I'm using, in this case, the die. And again, this one cuts out more of a whole landscape or background, if you will. And so then what you do with this, like in this case, I'll have this piece. I'm just going to take this one for a second. Let me take this one out. So I have now this piece, right? And again, you can cut out the whole thing, but in my case for my cards, I only want a little section. So you can do the same thing, just line it up using the, like in this case, you just have to line them up as you can see here, right? And again, my piece was not longer enough. I would probably need it a little bit larger, but that's okay. I just wanted to show you how to line things up. In this case, there we go. Oh, I just need to line it up a little bit more here. There we go. And actually in this one, I think it's easier if you just go from here. Yeah, there you go. There we go. And so just again, careful with that. This one. And again, you will get the embossing on your piece. And you can see it adds a really nice lines to, I don't know how they called. I don't know what the word is for these. I'm thinking it's like an algae. I don't know. But so these leaves or whatever these are called. But it has that line that you can then do some sponging or inking so that you can get an even more deeper or dimension in your cards. So anyway, so that's what we're going to be working on right now. So hold on, let me just move the cut and emboss machine for a second. All right, and so once you have these pieces, you can go ahead and bring your scissors and cut them out. There's not that, just for the sake of time, let's just see it here. So it's not that time consuming. I can just do this one, but just follow the line from the embossing, because it does give you a little, it's a little larger, if right. And so it gives you a nice border that you can follow for when you are cutting this. Okay. And again, I've already done this for the cards I'm going to be showing you today, but definitely wanted to take some time to show you how they look. And again, you can see here, this one. Okay. But look at that one, see that? And again, I just love that now everything has some sort of dimension to them. Like I mentioned, I would recommend making several of them, which, like I said, I always do that. Whenever I'm coming up with card ideas, I just make several of these. And then as I'm making my cards, because now I would have a sketch or something, then I can be playing around and moving the things with what I have. So definitely I would recommend. And even when you are playing with the, like in this case, right, like this piece was long enough, you might have another seashell here. Don't waste it. I mean, you can cut it out and then you have another one there. So definitely a great set of products that you can use. So that being said, let's go ahead and do our first card. And let me bring here this one. So you can see here how it was a little bit longer, right? And I've already cut it out and I already done the embossing. As you can see, you get all the details there. And I have already the two pieces and you show me how I did this. And look how beautiful this looks, right? And then I've already have, so in this case, I'm gonna be using the, what is this color? Rococo Rose, and it is 8.5 by 5.5. I have a piece of, oh my goodness, let me put this one here. A piece of the So Saffron. And this one is 4 by 5.25. Yeah, 5.25. And you can see that I already die cut a piece from this, from my mat. So I've already used the So Sweetly dies, right? And then I cut one piece that I'm gonna be using later on. And I have a basic white that is, I think it's 2 5/8 by 3 3/4. So this one is going to be here. Then I have one of the, this is the largest of the So Sweetly dies again, but this time is in the basic white. And then I have a piece of that designer series paper, the Sun and Sea designer series paper. And this one is 1/8 of an inch smaller than this one. So this one is 5 1/8 by 7, sorry, by 3 7/8. All right, so this one will go like right here. And like I said, this one is Rococo Rose. This is one of the colors that are retiring. So if you want it, I think this one is not available right now, but I believe it's going to be available because we ran out of this color on the last promotion we have, the Stampin' Up. But I believe it's gonna come back and will be available until supplies last. So look for that if this is one of the colors that you want to get, because this is retiring, and after once it's gone, right? So we're gonna go ahead and yep, I'm gonna go ahead and put this section. Alrighty. Okay, and I'm going to put this one right here. And then I'm going to be adding this section there. Alrighty. And so let's just make sure Okay, so now I have that. I want to be adding this one. Now for this card, I also have a little strip of the Rococo Rose, and you can see this is just a scrap. I don't even think it is a half. Yeah, it's like 3/8 of an inch, and it's just a scrap. I'm gonna be adding the sentiment here using early espresso. And we're gonna be adding it right here. Okay. And then let me bring the, what is this punch? The Taylor Tack punch, which, oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. And so we're gonna go ahead and do the banner ends on this little strip. Okay, there we go. And so the next thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is show you how to finish off this element, right? And so for this one, I'm just gonna bring this one, a piece of scratch paper. I'm gonna be using one of the blending brushes that we have. Oh, Linda, you like the Rococo Rose? Well, yeah, so make sure you have the ink pad, the reinkers, everything, because once they're gone for good. And so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be adding some color. And you want to go ahead and take some color off from there, and then just blending, add it a little bit to these. And again, I don't know what are these ones. I think I don't know, are these August? I don't know, but I'm just gonna go with leaves. I'm sure it's not leaves, but yeah. Anytime I try to go for the name of these things, yeah, it's gonna be harder because it's not a word that I would use. So yeah. And what I'm trying to do is go from darker here and lighter there. Okay. And that way it will help a little bit with the dimension. I'm still want to add a little bit here, just so that those lines are very obvious. And again, it has been embossed, so you can see them, but I do want to make sure that they're very obvious to the eye, right? And that you can see those lines embossed on your paper. And so let me just take this one off right now because everything is green. But look how different it looks, right? It gives that even more dimension to your project because it goes, and again, I'm trying to do darker here and then lighter up. And I did this is again the soft seafoam, and it is with the pure precise. Now, as far as cleaning your brushes, one of the things that I do, and I learned it from my upline, is that you just go ahead and clean it up also with your chamois. And I would be honest, I think I should probably dedicate one. This is the side that I use the most, right? And it's all kind of all stained. But once you don't see color on your brush, then you can use it again. And you can see here, I have used in the past purple and blues and pink. So it is a little bit of stain, but you can clean it. So that way, the next time I can use it, I have it ready. Now, you can also dedicate one for each of the colors. Right now, I have been playing with it as far as just using the one for multiples. It has been okay so far. And I would assume that for a while, it might get a little bit stain, like more stain. And so I would think that as long as you don't see any color here, you should be fine. But eventually I might need to just use some soap and warm water to clean it up. I have not done that yet because again, this is like the fourth time that I'm using it. And so far I'm okay with it. There's not so much of stains and I'm okay with it. But again, you can dedicate one for each color. For me, the issue with that is just space because I don't want to have like 20 of these. And I know that I might be using it for so many colors that I don't want to have, I don't have enough room to be having 20 of these laying out. So that's why I am choosing to use the one. And then of course, like I said, I'm going to try to wash it out with soap and warm wash and see what happens. If something goes wrong, I still have two more, right? Because the pack comes with 3. But so far, like I said, I've been using it. No issues there. So anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. And so for my card, like I said, at this point, once I have all these things, I can just play with the layout. And so I'm thinking putting this in the center and then have maybe that one here. And this is where we kind of have to be playing with it. Always line up all the pieces before, right? So that you can see how you want it fit, right? Like how they fit. And so definitely I like how it looks so far. So I think I'm going to go with this way. And then I'm going to be adding some of these opal rounds somewhere here. Now, the other thing that I want to be adding is some sort of ribbon, or in this case, twine. I thought about this one. I think this one would look really nice, or maybe the white. I don't know. Let me see. Maybe the well, you know what? No, let's try first with the, because I was thinking maybe doing something like underneath that one. So let's just see. And I'm just doing a double bow. And so let me see, because I might want to have something to go like so. And then have that one right there, maybe. I don't know, maybe just the one, maybe not double. So I'll try to play with that. But I do definitely like that one better than white, I think. So anyway, and then the last thing before I forget is I want to also add a sentiment here. So I want to glue that one here. So let's just bring back again that early espresso. And I'm going to be using, in this case, this one inside. So this one is going to go right in the center. There we go. And so I'm going to let it dry. My early espresso is a little bit too juicy. And so I do have to let it dry for a little bit. But I have enough time since I'm going to be adding this thing. So for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and add glue dots for that one. Let me bring also the glue dots. So this one is going to go flat. I need to put this one more towards the top. And let me bring the dimensionals, which here, I'm like, I thought I had them here. Yeah, they're here. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and bring the, did I not put the glue dots here? I'm like, did I bring the glue dots? Here we go. And we're just going to be adding a few. If they show up, hide them so that nothing sticks to your card when you're mailing it. So just hide them. And so, you kind of have to be a little bit gentle for this one because you don't want to rip anything. Then again, just try to hide those little blue dots as much as you can. So again, we're gonna be adding this one somewhere like here. Oh, I should have add one here. I totally missed this section. So if that ever happens, just you can still glue it with your take your pick, as I am doing right here. I was thinking about doing some of the seal on this section and I totally miss it. Okay, now for this one, see, I'm going to be adding this one right here and then that one right there. Yeah, I think like it looks nice that way. Yep. And again, you can play with this. You could even play with the different shells. This is why I like having multiple. So if I wanted to have something smaller, I could go with that one. I don't know if I like that one better than this one. Maybe I do like that one better. So I don't know. Which one do you think? I think the smaller looks nicer. Hold on. Yeah, it lets me see more of this one. And I'll have this one right here. So I don't know. Or do I like the larger? Well, the larger looks really nice too. So it's just preference. What do you think, guys? Do you like the larger or the smaller? Let me know. I'm going to be gluing this one while you let me know which one you like. I like both. I think both of them look nice. So, I don't know. So Linda, you like this one? Yeah, I like this bundle a lot. And that's kind of interesting because I almost never like any of the beach theme sweets. They're not my first pick. But this one, oh my gosh, it's so nice. I love how well everything coordinates and I love all the dimension that you can add to your project. So definitely this is one of my favorites, which did not expect that one, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to be putting this one here. The larger. Okay. Kathy goes for the larger. So we're going to go with the larger. So now when I'm doing that, this section, I'm just going to be gluing either glue dots, but then this section, I'm going to be adding the dimensionals. Okay. So let's just remember that part. And that's so that we keep everything kind of like on the same level, if that makes sense. And yes, you all know me, I add a lot of dimensionals. And see, I feel like I should probably move this one up so I can add another one, like right there. And then on this section, I can add either glue dots or I can add some of the seal. Oh, I'm not taking all the backings. There we go. Hold on. Well, definitely go back and get that embossing folder if you didn't get it, because it's amazing. And it honestly adds so much dimension to your project. I mean, it looks even better. So Dawn, if I believe it's now available, I think. If not, let's just wait. I know they're gonna bring it back. So I don't think it's on the retiring list, so that's awesome. So it's definitely coming back. And if you have already seen that retiring list, let me know what has been the one thing that you cannot believe. Like I said at the beginning, for me, it was the stitch shape framelits. Because oh my gosh, I love those a lot. So, oh, before I do that, let's just do the bow. Ooh, I forgot about that part. See, I keep talking, and then I forget. All right, and we said do a single rather than a double bow. I think it will add, looks better. So let's just play with it. And then have it go like that. I don't know. Maybe I'd like the pink better. I feel like because the background is white, it kind of gets lost. So let me try again now with the pink. And this is from the snail mail. The snail mail twine. The combo pack. So yes, let's see. So this one definitely pop-ups more. Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm gonna go with that. And I'm actually going to just put it like so. Just underneath. So I don't even have to use anything for these for gluing down that bow. Oh my gosh, I definitely like that a lot. So what do you think, guys? You like it? And then for the ink, oh, and we said we're going to be adding some of these. We're missing that. Oh, so no, some of them bossing folders. Oh gosh, yes, there's a lot of things on that, on the retiring list, and bossing folders. I gotta say though, I was very happy to see that the tasteful textile is still there. And that's one of my favorites. So from that end, I was happy to see that. What am I doing here? Okay, so let's just add one of those. Actually, let's just add two of them. Oh, let me put it now back here. All right, and then I'm going to be adding another one right there. Oh, actually, maybe one here. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, I like it better that way. Yeah. And so you don't have to put a gazillion of them, as you can see, but here we go. What do you think? And it has so much dimension in it. Oh, and you know what? I feel like this one is a tad, is a tad, and I know, like, there we go, much better. But you can see it here. What do you think? I love the dimension on this card for sure, and yeah, the different textures here. See that? Beautiful. So anyway, oh, Eva, I'm sure you can watch that replay. Oh, and I forgot the inside. So let's go. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I know I keep talking, and I'm forgetting everything. Sorry about that. But I also wanted to, well, let's just leave it that way because I don't think I have enough space. But I wanted to actually put this one more towards here and then have one of these. See, I think I'm going to cover almost everything. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Well, what if I can still add one of these? No, I don't have enough space. So I'm going to leave it that way. What I was thinking when I was designing this card, so I'll give you the idea so that if you make this card, you can do it on the next one. Because definitely I didn't plan for that, even though that was the intention. It was, I wanted to do one of these shells with another one, like in a masking. I actually have the masking, the max for that. And I want to do something like that for this. So I have a masking on my inside and then have the sentiment, but the sentiment had to go here. And I totally forgot about that. So anyway, but you have the idea there so that if you want to do this card, you could do that. Yes. And that's the thing with me sometimes. You do know I don't have really the cards made before the Facebook Live. I do have the design and the idea, but lots of the times I design the cards a few days before, and so by the time I'm doing the live, I might have forgotten exactly what I was thinking. But now that I see it, that's exactly what I wanted to do. I want to show you a masking technique, and I totally missed it. So anyway, we'll see. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and add this one right in the center. And so look at that, right? It looks really nice, don't you think? Okay, thank you, Linda. I see that you're liking it. All right, so let's go with card number 2 because I feel like I have taken forever in the first one and I have not really done the other one. So the other one should be easier because a lot of the stuff, you know what, let me, well, yeah, let's do this one first. There is one that I'm excited to show you because it's a phone fold, not this one, but the next one. So don't go, don't go just yet because you're gonna love that phone fold that I want to make. So again, if you have not watched these, I show you at the very beginning of the video so you can watch the replay, but pretty much I've done exactly what I show you at the beginning. This one is So Saffron, Seaside Spray, and then the Blushing Bright. And same thing as with the other one, cut it out and already sponge it, right? Or use the blender, the blending brush. Now for this one, you can see here, I have one of those little ones that I show you also at the beginning from the embossing, and I do have a piece of, this one is a Sahara sand, and it is 2 3/4 by 3/4 of an inch. And then I have a little piece of that Rococo Rose that is also on the retiring list. Oh, maybe we can do this for the inside. So let's just, don't let me forget about the masking for this one. So don't let me forget about that because I will forget again. I have Blushing Bright on this one, and this one is 8.5 by 5.5. And of course, we're gonna fold it in half. Oh, and I got fancy, I guess, because I think I pre-escort that one. I almost never do that. I do have a piece of the designer series paper, and this one is 4 1/4 by 5.5. I have also a piece of vellum, and this one is 3.5 by 4 3/4. So this one is going to go right here. And I have 2 pieces. This one is the basic white, and it's 3.5 by 2 1/4. And the mat is 1/4 of an inch larger. So this one is 2.5 by 3 3/4. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this one right there. And it's going to be very similar as the other one. The only difference in this one is I want to, oh, and you know what? I forgot about that. I want to pre-emboss this one. So let's pre-emboss that one. Totally forgot about that. So give me a second here. Again, I wanted to have these cards with a lot more dimension than what I typically have, mainly because that whole suite has lots of dimension. Now for this one though, I'm going to be using the, what is this called? The Tasteful Textile, which, like I said, I'm super excited to see that it's not going away. But as Jan commented, there's a lot of them that are going away. So definitely check out that retiring list of embossing folders while they're still available. Okay, so all right, so let's go here. And then for this one, I want to stamp my sentiment. And so I'm going to be using the Happy Birthday with the, oh, here it is, Early Espresso. The print, yes, Linda. I'll be honest. So that's a good. So thank you for saying that. So the best thing to look at that retiring list is if you go to the website, right, to the store, and then click on the last chance products. Because you will see. Oh, I went cricket. You will see the list. Not the list, but the products and the pictures. And 2, you can see what is available, right? Yeah, I saw that list is a huge list to begin with of things that are retiring. So right there, it's, yeah, it gives you a headache. But secondly, sometimes by the time you go to the store, it might have been already gone. So by the time you figure out what the product looks like with how it looks. I'm sorry, with the store, it might have already gone out. So the best thing I would advise is to go to the store, click on the last chance button, and then see all the products that are there. I like to do that better, mainly because then I can see the pictures and I can see exactly what is still available. But the key thing is that you have to go right away, right? Because as things start depleting, you're going to see less and less things there. All right, so here we go. So I'm going to be using this little piece of the ribbon just to enhance my sentiment. I love doing that. This is one of those ribbons that I didn't like for bow making, but definitely love for enhancing your sentiments or the little pieces, because that escallop edge always looks fantastic on all your projects. So I'm very sad to see this one go. And there's no, like, it's not coming in any other color. So these are gone. These are gone. And I definitely love having that little escallop edge on my sentiment. So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and put this one back here. So this one, and again, this one will go way faster because almost everything is already done. And I show you how to do that at the very beginning of this video. So if you're just joining us, definitely watch the replay to see how I did all those pieces. All right, so now for this one, let me see. I'm just gonna go ahead and line up. Now, I'm gonna be very honest. The cards where I cover almost everything are always a little bit intimidating because sometimes, like I said, things are showing up. So I always just cut it out if I have a little bit with your scissors, right? If there's something else showing up, just cut it out a little bit. Because it's not a lot, but usually there's a little bit of a hair showing up there, and yes. So anyway, just go with the scissors and cut it out. Yeah, you saw how easy that was. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this one here. Before I glue this one out, I want to put this one's here, because that way I know exactly where to add the adhesive. So now for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and add this one first. That way I know where everything goes. And so let's just line up. Like I said, I always like to line up everything before I glue things down, because once there are, like, if I don't like something, I can still move things around. And so I want to have this one right here. So this one looks very similar to the other card, as you can see. So I'm going to be adding this one. What if I add this one more towards this side? So at least it looks a little bit different, right? So I'm going to go ahead and add that one here. See, like I have to move this one to the top a little bit, right? Then have that one here. See, I don't know that I, oh yeah. And then have this one right there. And have this one right here, right? Yeah, so it looks really nice. So I'll go with this. And see where I have my, this one, so it's more towards the top. So let's just go ahead and add that one. Now everything else will be raised. So I don't want to raise this piece because of that reason. So I'm going to be adding this one towards the top. And then now I know where I'm going to be adding the adhesive here. You do not want to be adding adhesive on this section because it will show up on your card. So that's one thing you do not want to be doing. Alrighty. Hola, Diana. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that one here. Again, I do have to look for a little reference here just to see where. And here we go, like so. Yep. All right, so I want to put this one here. Let's just add, let's not forget this time, because last time I kind of forgot, like I was intending to do that and then I forgot about those. And then add the glue dots. And again, the next card is going to be a phone fold, and I'm kind of excited about that because this is like a different type of phone fold that I have shown. So I'm excited with this. So I'm sure you're going to love it. So make sure you are still with me. I know this card looks very similar to the last one with it. They look different. I mean, I'm using different things, but yeah, they look very similar too. So. And again, adding the glue dots, you do have to be gentle and be careful. Oh, I might add one more here. And again, if something is showing up, just make sure you are folding it, so, or hiding it, so it doesn't. This one I'm not too concerned because I'm going to be putting that large seashell there. So I'm going to be adding this one right here. And then I'm going to be adding this one to that. Now this one will go with dimensionals. And yes, I do add lots of dimensionals. I feel like I need one more. Well, let's just add one of the small ones here. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and add this one, like right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and add this one. Yes, and again, this section will be with the seal, and then everything else here will be with the dimensional. So I'm going to be adding dimensionals on this section. So on this side, and let's just rank the minis. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and add there we go. Alrighty. And I'm going to go ahead and add that one right here. And then let's just add this one like that. This section will be with the seal, and then this section will be with the dimensionals. So let's just rank dimensionals. There we go. And I can even add one little one here, right? I can just even put one little one there, and it will look really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and add one of that little mini dimensionals here. And I probably will be adding glue dots. Alrighty. Just to add one more right there. And then this one will go like right here to that. So this one will be all on dimensionals. Alrighty. And we're gonna go ahead and add that one. Actually, I want this one. Like right here. And then let's just add those little opal rounds as well. So I'm gonna just add like the one there. I don't know that I can add too many because there's already like way too many things going on. Well, maybe I can add another one right here. Oh, I want more here. Yeah, I can keep going, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it there. So see how beautiful this looks. Now for this, for the inside, before I forget, so because last time I forgot about that, we're gonna go ahead and bring these. And I'm just gonna go ahead and add, oh, what am I doing here? Let's just add this is the blushing bride, and let's just bring the masking. So always save them because you can use them for your projects. And you can see here now to do the masking, this is just stamping on a post-it. It already had that sticky, right? And so you just put that masking there, or that mask. So it's just a sticky note. I don't know that I said that, but it's just a sticky note. And that way you can cover. The only trick when you're cutting these is that try to make it a little bit smaller. Okay, not as smaller. Yeah, inside of the lines a little bit more, so that you don't get that hollow. Now this one, I believe I used the blue, so yeah, let's use blue for this one so that I don't have to be cleaning. And I could have this one go this way. We'll see. See that? And then it gives the impression that that one is on the other side. And I can add another one if I want, but I'm just gonna leave it that way right now. And then I'm gonna be adding the wishing you the best. Like right here. Okay. And so this one will go inside of my card. So everything kind of coordinates really nice. Now, to make things even more special for this card, you could even line one of the white envelopes that we have with some more of this designer series paper. And so everything looks really coordinated. Like if you do the flap of your envelope. So it will look, or you could stamp your envelope with another seashell. So everything will look very nicely and well coordinated. And I mean, I think like this is really like a wow car, seriously. But like wait for the last one, because I think the last one is gonna be a favorite. I always ask you which one is your favorite. So I'm pretty sure the last one will be one of the favorites. Or I think so myself. Yeah, so thank you. So yes, I remember it this time. So let's see the masking. Here we go. And so here you have it. See how beautiful this looks, right? And everything kind of coordinates there. So again, on this one, I definitely would have the envelope match, just because I feel like this is just an over-the-top card for that special person. So anyway, so let's go with the final card, which this is the one that I am super excited. I'll be honest. I feel like this is going to be an even nicer card. So let me just put back the mask because I don't want to lose it. All right, so now for this card, so lots of little pieces. Let me just bring here my instructions. And so same thing with the sentiment is going to be about the same on that. Again, this part, we already reviewed at the very beginning. So if you're just joining me, make sure you watch the beginning of this video to know how to do that part. I have already pre-embossed the basic white, and this piece is 2 1/8 by 3 1/4. And I have already die cut the Rococo Rose with the So Sweetly dies. So this one fits right there. I have a piece of designer series paper, and this one is 1 1/4 by 3 1/2. I have a piece of basic white, and this one, I believe it was 7. Yeah, it's 7 by, what is this? 4 3/4. So this one, we're just gonna go ahead and fold it in half. So this is where you're gonna be fitting your message. And then I have a piece that is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So this is a quarter of a sheet of our cardstock, which is going to be the base of your card. And then the designer series paper. So this one is 10 1/2 by 4. And I pre-score at 2 5/8 and at 7 7/8. Okay, so that this panel, this section, it is exactly 4 by 5 1/4. All right. Now, on this one, the only thing that I do need to do, if I remember, is I have to mark where the 2 is. So hold on, let me bring up pencil. So I have to just mark the center of this one, and this one is going to be like on your, so it's 2 inches, right? Because this is 4. So we're going to go ahead and do that on both ends. And again, I pre-score at 2 5/8 and then at 7 7/8. All right. So let's just bring now the primer. And what we're going to be doing is make sure you're using your score tool and not the cutting one. And you're going to line up exactly that line where you score to the 2. Okay. So like that. And let me just think about this. Hold on. How am I doing this? Yes, that's how I want it. Okay, I'm like, hold on. All right, so I just need to make sure I am on point there. Just be gentle, okay? Because you can rip your paper. So just be gentle with this. And again, I'm just lining up the other side. So the same score line to that little dot. And again, just make sure you're using the score line. Same thing here. We're going to go ahead and line up the line with the little dot here where you mark the 2 inches mark. That's what we're lining up. And same thing on the other side. So line up that line with that dot. All right. And so that's it. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be folding this section. And then we're going to be folding the same thing here. So, and then the same thing here. And the same thing here. Again, be gentle. Oh, and I forgot this. It is this side. Sorry. No, it is that side. What am I doing? Yeah, no, it's right. I was like, what am I doing? Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and pull that part. Same thing here. We're gonna go ahead and adhere those sections. And the same thing here. Oh, thank you, Suzanne. I'm glad you're liking them. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing here. And when I do the blog post for these cards, I'll definitely put all the measurements as far as the size and the cutting. But because I know, yeah, you might want to have that one down the road. And so see how it goes. So this is going to go inside. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and add adhesive on this section. Oh. And then I'm just going to line up these to my card. I'm just going to center it. All right. So this is how it's going to look. Now at this point, then I can go ahead and make sure everything. There we go. Now for this section though, well, let's do all the stamping, right? So, well, before I do the stamping, let's do this one. This one is just to decorate the inside of our card. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue this one down because I want to stamp the inside as well. And honestly, this little section that I have here is just a scrap that I've got after cutting out the paper. So don't, use all your scraps, seriously. And then I can go ahead and, all right. So now that I have that, I can go ahead and stamp the sentiments. Where is the, it's like, where is the, oh, here, the early express. I'm already losing everything, right? So now for this one, for the inside, I want to say, wishing you the very best. So there we go. I'm going to let it dry for a second. And then here, I want to put the happy birthday. Oh my gosh. Hold on for a second. Sorry for my reach, but I had things falling off on me. All right. And we're going to go ahead and line it up. Okay. So now, here we go. Ooh. And I feel like this one is a little bit, let me take out this paper for a second. Sometimes when it's too busy, I cannot really see the edges. So let's just try again. Oh yeah, I think that's better. Well, we'll see, because I feel like I didn't stamp that well. I'm gonna go with that one. I like this one better. I only have two sides of a card or a cardstock. So anyway, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take the Tailor Tack punch, of course. Yeah, this section. And do the same thing here. Alrighty. And so now we're going to go ahead and assemble everything. Now this one, this is the section I want. So I'm going to be putting the adhesive on this one. And this is exactly the same way I did the other sentiment. I'm just going to line it up. And again, this is the ribbon that is retired. Now, in this case, I'm using the Seaside Spray. In the last one, I used the Rococo Rose. But you can see how beautiful it looks with any of the colors. Now, I use the Seaside because my layer in this case is Rococo Rose. So I want to have some contrast there. And then, of course, it will go really nice with the shells that I'm using here, right? So anyway, So let's go ahead and glue everything. So for this one, let's go ahead and add the adhesive. Ooh, I'm about to run out of my adhesive. Hopefully I have enough. I'll have to change it. Alrighty. So now for this one is gonna go right here. And again, let's just make sure everything is well scored. Right. So I want to make sure this one goes here, right? So, oh, and make sure, because this will open like so. So anyway, so make sure you see exactly how you're gonna glue this one down. Oh yes, I'm run out. So let me change my adhesive. It didn't last me through the whole line. So hold on for a second. Let's just add the adhesive. Hold on. Am I doing something wrong here? Something is not. Give me 1 second here. It's like it's not moving. That's weird. That's weird. I think I'm putting it right. Why is this thing not moving? Oh, here. There we go. I'm like, what? All right, so once I have it there, again, just making sure. And then you're just gonna put it right in the center. And so then you have this one right here. And we're gonna be adhering this one right here on the top. So I would just add like a little mark so you know exactly where to add the adhesive. And it's just a little mark for me to know like where I need the adhesive. And so now I just need to make sure I cover exactly that. Now this space could be anything. I'm using a square, but you could also do a circle or something else. I mean, by now you know me, right? I could use anything. And then for this one, I'm just gonna put everything on dimensional. So let's bring the dimensionals. I do want something in between. And on the ribbon, I want to make sure that ribbon is well adhered. Alrighty, and so now I'm gonna go ahead and add this one. Oh, and you know what? Before I click everything, let me just make sure, because I always try to put these things and then I forgot to. There we go. Yeah, they're still good enough. Yeah. Oof. For a second, I'm like, oh, I never really been checked. So yeah, so now I can adhere this one. And so the way I want to put this one is here. I do want to make sure that it is inside this panel, right? So as long as I have it right there, and then I can add this one like right here. See that? And I can put it like in a way here. So now let me just add dimensionals to this one. Here we go. Oh my gosh, it's really late. I'm so sorry it's taking forever. And so now I'm just gonna go ahead and, like I said, I just need to make sure that I am inside that panel. And then I'm gonna bring this one like right here again, dimensionals on this section. Yep. And then adhere the seal here. And let's just add the one here and the one mini one, like right here. Finally, I do want to add a little bow here. And I'm going to be adding it like right there. And this is just a little tiny bow. Just to bring back a little bit more of that pink. And let me do this again. I don't like when it kind of, there you go. Well, it did it again. I don't know. Okay. But anyway, this one will go like right here. So for this one, what you need to do is kind of fold it a little bit. Okay. And then once you have it, we're gonna go ahead and I want to make sure this one is, there we go. Oh, I forgot to cut it. All right, so once I have it there, then I can bring it here. I have it right there. Okay, and then let's just add the opal rounds here as well. Okay, so oh my gosh, let's just add the one here. Actually, I want to be adding two. Right, yeah, and maybe the one right there. Actually, do I want it here? No, I do like it here. There you have it. All right, and so look at how beautiful this card looks. It has that, it opens like so, and you have plenty of space to writing a nice note on this one, right? So what do you think? Do you like it? This is definitely a different type of card. I don't think I've ever done one of those, but I love it. And definitely I think I will be doing more of those in the future, because I did enjoy, I like a little bit of that wow factor, and I felt like this one is just kind of like a surprise altogether. Now you could also decorate this section if you wanted. I didn't do that, but you could as well. But look at all the cards that we did today with this suite. Definitely beautiful suite. I'm gonna put it like right here. And so as always, let me know which one is your favorite. I definitely love that we have lots of dimension on these cards. Definitely love that embossing folder and the coordination with the product. So definitely, this is one of my favorites. Now, if you ask me, I think I like this one just because it's a brand new type of card or a foam fold. And so definitely, I think for me, this is going to be my favorite. But let me know, maybe you like the other ones. I definitely feel like all of them look a little bit different. They have their own thing, so let me know. Let me see. I like the button. So you like this card best? Okay, Linda. Yeah, I feel like this one is like very happy. I don't know. Hard to pick. Joanne, you're so sweet. So anyway, so thank you so much. Again, like I mentioned at the very beginning, I did add on the description of this video the link to my shop so that you can go ahead and get any of these products, but also the retiring list. Like I mentioned, like this color, the Rococo Rose, the trims that I use for this one, or the ribbon that I use is retiring. And so definitely this is the best time to go ahead, go to that store, check out all the things that are retiring. The stitch shipped framelits are the ones that I am devastated because I love those a lot, and those are going to go away. So if you don't have them, make sure you grab them, because those are like the ones that I use all the time for my cards. So I'm sure you're going to be using them a lot. So anyway, and like I mentioned also, next Monday I am releasing my next card class. So make sure you are on my mailing list so that you get information or the link to register to that card class using the Paper Blooms Designer Series paper, which already retired because it was part of the celebration offering. So thank you so much. Love them. Jan, you love them all. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Susan. Glad you like them all. Oh, Mikey, foam fold. You like the foam fold? Yeah, I think the foam fold definitely is one of my favorites for sure. Kathy, you like them all? The one with the vellum is your favorite. Oh, okay, good. See, so you all like different things. So anyway, so thank you so much. I'll see you next Thursday. And again, thank you for taking the time to be with me. This time was quite longer than expected. So anyway, so thank you, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.